What's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video. I've come to the conclusion that I'm in a toxic relationship with the clipper, if that makes sense. I've looked all over YouTube trying to fix this clipper. So I went out and I got a couple blades to replace the cutting blade. So I've been on a mission to find a solution to this issue. The blades get hot. That's the issue. I've had a couple people reach out to me. I've reached out to a couple people and I found a couple things that I want to try to see if that makes my experience with this clipper a little bit better. That being said, package. Yes, sir. I got a triple package for y'all today. Now, this is the Stylecraft 360 Jeezy clipper. The issue with it, the blades get hot. Well, that's one of the issues. So today I'm going to make an effort to fix this, see if any of these blades are the solution to this problem. Now, these two I got off AliExpress. I'm going to be honest with you guys. AliExpress is a little tough to deal with sometimes. One package was delivered to the wrong address. The other package came, it just took a little while. And me personally, I'm impatient. When I'm ordering stuff, I want it to be there really, really soon. But we made it, as you can see. The first blade, we got the BRD clip blade. Now that comes with the blade and cutting blade. The package says it's ceramic. We shall see. The tricky thing about that, nowadays, some ceramic blades feel like metal still. The next one is the Jeep blade. If you've been on AliExpress, I'm sure you've seen the Jeep blade. Here is the blade. The thing with this blade, the cutting blade is actually not made of metal. Here is the cutting blade. I reached out to Stylecraft. They did send me a replacement Echo blade. The only thing with this blade, it's obviously still the Echo blade. The cutting blade is a deep tooth blade compared to the one we have on the clipper already. Now, I don't know if it's made out of something different. I don't know if it's still a metal blade. I'm not sure. A lot of people say this clipper pulls. I haven't had that issue, but we shall see if this fixes both of those issues. Now, obviously this will take a little time, so it'll be over a span of a couple of days, but the first one I'm gonna try is the metal blade straight from Stylecraft, just to give them a chance to redeem themselves. When I gave them a call, they sent it out right away. I did not pay for this blade, so I appreciate them for that. Sometimes when we have issues with companies, I think it's best to go straight to the source rather than going online, and that's something I had to learn myself. So I did make the mistake of doing that a couple times. But if you give a company a chance to fix their problem, 9 times out of 10, they will do that. And I think the least we can do is give them a chance, especially since we did pay a lot of money for these clippers. We'll see how this goes.
I ain't got the time to be thinking about a chick if she getting out of line all the time. I'm a dip. I been on my grind, I might slide, but I won't slip. I got money on my mind, get a bag and make it flip. I'm trying to bend the block and something vicious like whoa. Trying to pull up with the top missing like whoa. A foreign whip with all my dogs in it like whoa. We might pull up with some women that you might know slight though like whoa. You ain't got no war, face it. I know a couple bad little bras with some braces. Say she like the way I match the bezel with the bracelet. The watch gotta compliment the gold on my laces. If it's a problem, I ain't really.
The deep tooth blade from Stylecraft did get hot. I stopped recording when it got hot, so now we are on to the next one. I did like the way the deep tooth did cut, so we are on to the BRD blade. This looks a lot like this looks more, I don't know if this is gonna fit. This looks a lot like a Babyliss blade. By the looks of the bottom, this does look like a ceramic blade, if you could see it, but it fit on the cam follower, so we shall see. But yeah, as far as that last blade, it wasn't working for me. I like the blade, maybe I put it on wrong, I don't know, but I like the cutting blade, it just wasn't doing it. I think the last blade, of course it was metal on metal steel, so of course it got hot. I expected that, but I did want to give Stylecraft a chance, respectfully. But I'll say this about this 360 Jeezy clipper. I do like this clipper a lot. That's why I'm trying so hard to find a blade that fits on it. Find a blade that at least doesn't make it hot. I could set it on the charger between cuts and be fine. But I'm not using it. I could set it on the charger, but if it's hot, I don't want to sit here and go through a whole thing of Cool Care just because it's so hot. You know what I mean? I love the Echo blade. I like the way it cuts. It's a nice cut. Everything about this clipper is what I'd want in a clipper, but gotta fix a few things first. With this BRD blade, it is a little bit louder, but we'll see how that works out. On to the next one.
With the talking quick to pull up raining like I'm Ray Allen in Boston. And we ain't playing fair, I'm pulling cars, ain't no room for no squares on my boulevard. I ain't got the time to be thinking.
We're about getting hot. We're getting hot. All right, so we just gonna move on to the Jeep blade because that wasn't it. That blade feels like it's too big. It's rubbing up against the back of the bracket, and it got hot way faster than the original blade. I'm gonna move this blade back just a little bit because I'd be afraid to cut people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Certain blades, you never know how sensitive it can be, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
About a chick, if she getting out of line all the time, I'm a dip. I've been on my grind, I might slide, but I won't slip. I got money in my mind, get a bag and make it flip. I ain't got the time to be thinking about a chick. I'm a dip. I've been on my grind, I might slide, but I won't slip. Get a bag and make it flip. I got a quarter tank of gas, I don't know where I'm headed though. My woman say I'm a chat. She just having an episode. We only do the dash, driving like a professional. I ain't even.
So I had to step outside for a little bit. It got a little crazy in the shop right now. It's loud in there. But I've come to a conclusion. This blade here, this blade is all right. Does it make this clipper not get hot? The answer is kinda. It makes it to where it doesn't get as hot. It does get warm. It doesn't heat up as fast. But over time, it does get a little hot. It's something that I tried to fix. You can't avoid it. With that being said, this is probably my last video on this clipper. Stylecraft, I need a saber. Stylecraft, I like this blade. I like this clipper. If it worked well, this would be a clipper I would use often. I like the potential this clipper has, let's say that. But there is no fix for this clipper. That's it for this video, y'all. I will catch y'all in the next one. I appreciate all y'all for subscribing. We are almost at our goal, 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
But I've been feeling incredible. I've been getting paid, sitting in the shade, sipping lemonade. Ride past all the women wave. I ain't tryna hang. Shoot my shot, then I fade away. That's the play away. Get a bag, throw it in the safe. Do that every day. I'm tryna double up my